Hi everyone, welcome to this reading today. I'm Dell. I'm excited that you're here with me. We are going to do our channeled messages as usual, and then also get some tarot messages using the Tarot Vintage deck. So all information about me can be found in the description box. How to book a personal reading is there. It's only done through my website, dellegoddesintuitive.com, or dellegoddess.com will also take you there. Any resources, mentions, or things like that that would be helpful for you, I also throw in the description box, as well as any songs that come through from Spirit, add to our Spotify playlist. If you want to check that out as well. It is a free app. You don't have to pay for it, even though it has the premium option, but it's there for you to enjoy the playlist if you want. So please do like, share, and subscribe. It's a wonderful way to support the channel. I really appreciate it, and as the channel's growing, you're growing with it, and it's just wonderful. So thank you so much. To those who do like, share, and subscribe and leave comments, I really, really appreciate that, and I feel supported when you do that and appreciate it as well, and I just want to say thank you for that right now. So if you care to, please let us know where you're tuning in from. I like to hear that stuff, and I always forget to mention it. I rarely mention it, so it's just a cool way to travel vicariously. And yeah, and it's a, you know, the comments are there for you guys to grow this community and support each other if you want to. So please always feel free to do that if you care to. All right, let's get some channel messages now. I heard it's important to stop and smell the roses and bask in what you are doing and all that you have achieved so far. So, because there's many more accomplishments to come, but it's important that you celebrate all the little victories and the pit stops along the way where you're having these little victories. Specifically, I'm seeing like stories like Lord of the Rings and Stardust, if you've ever read that book. But it's part of this big, long, epic journey, but sometimes the victory can look like you got to stop safely for the night and make stew and eat it, you know? Because in stories like that, there's a lot of conflict and things to be avoided and whatever. And sometimes celebrating a small victory, like, oh, we got to sit around the fire and laugh together for the evening without the threat of danger or something like that. I don't know if that's that extreme with what's going on with you, but I'm feeling it more as a metaphor with life, with just like, you know what, I'm celebrating today. I had a really great day. Not much actually happened or occurred, but you know, I count it as a victory or a small victory for myself that I was able to just sit outside and get some sunlight and just feel really thankful for the day. So just allowing yourself to pause and just have this moment of gratitude and feeling grateful for the things around you, for what you have been able to achieve for yourself so far. And yeah, even are you able to share that with other people? Does it feel good for you to do that? And I'm just getting this bask in it. Allow yourself just to bask in that energy of gratefulness, of love, of warmth, and even if it's just for yourself and for nobody else but yourself, it just, because naturally what happens is it exudes, so it becomes for everybody else. It's like something reaches you in the nick of time. And I can't see in what capacity this is. So I'm getting a few different things, but one I will mention is it's like a spirit's looking out for you in the nick of time or something like that. So it's I'm seeing like if someone blew a stop sign or a red light or something like that, and it's like something distracted you or caught your attention so you were able to catch it in the nick of time. It's something like that. I don't get you have to do anything about it, but just remain open to the intuitive guidance around you, and remain open to your surroundings, what's going on. Doesn't mean you have to be like watching out for everything all the time, but I just see that something helps you out in the nick of time, and it's yeah, it's like if something is then successful. So like your safety is successful, you receive a piece of information in the nick of time, so your legal case is successful if you are prosecuting, I just heard, or something like that. So it could be like a legal thing. I'm not a legal expert, so always do your research or whatever you need to do on that in that regard. I'm hearing Little Red Corvette. This song pops in every now and then from time to time. So I don't know if it's just somebody saying hi, you know, through a song for you from Spirit. But I'm getting it more of a message like that, like just hi, just popping in to say hi, I'm doing well, I hope you're doing well, that kind of a thing. Know that when people leave us in the physical, they're always there, you know, in the spirit world. There's also a two-way street with this, meaning that if there's somebody you don't want to communicate with, you can set that energetic boundary that you don't want to talk to them. But I'm hearing if this is more so for a message of someone who feels kind of alone, or like, is this person thinking about me? You know, have they moved on? Meaning they're not connected to this lifetime anymore. Hearing we are all connected, and don't let that stop you from still communicating or having a new kind of relationship with the person who passed. And I'm just hearing it's like you can just even like send your messages through God is what I'm hearing, where it's like, you know, hey God, or hey Spirit, you know, please tell so-and-so I'm missing them and I'm thinking of them, and if they would like to please send me a little note or a sign that they're thinking of me as well. And then just allowing yourself to receive that in the physical. So some things that are coming through are like yellow flowers. Seeing like a picket fence is coming through as well, a white picket fence. A butterfly, like a cream colored butterfly or a white butterfly, is also coming in. A piece of turquoise or a turquoise jewelry turns up that was missing out of nowhere. And it reminds you of this person, or it could have belonged to the person. The love you shared is never gone. It's always there. And you carry that with you as well. Not as a burden, but it's just this nature of what once was, a nature of what will be. So it's about learning to transcend the limitations of that former relationship with this person, because the physical aspect, the physical form has now transformed. So honoring and allowing this new relationship to come out of it, but then you recognize and realize the love is still there, the love is not gone. So I feel this energy of sadness, but there's profound acceptance and stillness from the peace and around that around that message regarding that relationship. When we do this, we can actually allow it to be what it is in the now, rather than hold on to the past or scan. Like I talked about this in I think 2 readings ago, but it was like I had this experience where I was like scanning for somebody, looking, and they weren't there, and they weren't going to come. And it's just sometimes we overextend our energy in the day-to-day, because it's like we're looking, or we're anticipating, or we're waiting for that person to come back in, but they're not there anymore, you know. And so just really coming into here, I'm seeing like surrender to the now moment. And it doesn't mean your surrender does not equate to loss, or you're choosing to give up something. You're actually choosing to fully accept and embody that. Getting in it gives space to allow for something more magnetic, something more divine, something more there's flow. I'm hearing altruistic, and that comes through every now and then. I never can remember what the meaning of it is, so I'm just going to look it up real quick. altruistic. A selfless concern for the welfare of others, characterized by actions that benefit others at a personal cost. So, yeah, the concern for well-being, the life of others independently of personal benefit or reciprocity. When I channel, sometimes words, I'm like, it's like I forget how to speak English or you know, the language I know how to speak. Unselfish concern. So it could be too, I think it's just this, I'm getting this, like, maybe you're just worried about the other person. Again, I'm getting kind of two things coming in now. I'm getting the person could definitely have passed and moved on from the physical, but it also could be just this, there has been a change in a relationship or a change in your environment or something like that. Like something that once was is no longer. So it's just, but I actually get it's not so much you're sad about how it's affected you in your life and what it means for you, but it's more about, well, are they going to be okay? Because I'm no longer able to show up in that way anymore. And I'm feeling like this, like you don't have to do that. You can give that same care and effort and attention back to yourself. Because when you show up fully to your own self and you belong to your own self, your resonance, your vibration is stronger. And you're able to be there for others in the way that you were meant to. And then when you do fully reside in your own being, your own self, your own energy, it's like there's this give way for something new to emerge or to bloom from it. Something new can arise. If this isn't the case of a relationship, like the relationship has ended and you're more concerned about the other person, do I continue to let them go? Do I continue to move on and away from them, but I really care about them still? I'm having a hard time turning that off. It's just about releasing that, and then coming back home to yourself. Going, I'm hearing like I'm having this realization I'm only at my best when I fully belong with myself, when I fully reside in my own energy, my attention. It's like you inspire the other person to naturally take care of themselves, and then you sever the dynamic, the barrier which appeared once as a bond between codependency. So it actually, when you bring your own effort or your energy back to yourself, I'm seeing this snipping of codependency, so that way long-term commitment can come in. So it might feel counterintuitive that I really want this relationship, I want this person in my life, I'm going to go after them. But it's repelling them, it's pushing them away. So again, you bring your energy back to yourself, and it's like I'm also hearing too, it's like you give the other person reason to believe, oh, maybe they actually do know how to take care of this. They take care of themselves so well. And, but what's frustrating and what I'm being called to just acknowledge is it's frustrating because it's like we don't have a guarantee that if we fully take care of ourselves, which might feel unnatural for a lot of us or for some people, it just feels like, how can I get what I want if I'm focused on myself, but that's what needs to be. Remaining true to you. How do you remain true to yourself? I feel like there's another channel message with that, so I'm just gonna get quiet a moment and see. Hearing like let it be. There's something about letting it be. Let things be for now and every now. Just let them be. So something new can transform. There's almost this hesitancy or reluctance to say that last part, so something new can transform, because the main focus Spirit keeps bringing the attention back to is the now. So it's like, don't think outside of the now. Just be here now and every now. And you'll be guided on your way forward, through this. But I'm getting to, it's like closing that door, closing that chapter so something new can emerge, is how it's coming through big time. Okay, I think that delivered it. So let me, I'm going to get some tarot messages out. It's important to remain true to yourself. It's like loud and clear. It's important to remain true to yourself. If you are the solar system, you need to be your own sun, It's like if the sun tried to rotate around itself. How's that going to affect the rest of the planets? The sun's like, rather than just turning and trusting, this is what I need to see right now or whatever. It's like if it's constantly looking over to check on everybody else, it's going to be like this. And then all the planets are going to be like this, including us. So it's important to remain the center of your own sun, or to be the sun in your own solar system. This deck is the newest one that I have, so the cards are quite snappy. There's one more. So, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. This is you have the knowing, the intuition, the insight to create the reality that you want, and you're being guided. The little cat here is giving me familiar energy. So if you're familiar with familiars, it's like a guide that you have. It could be an animal, or a very cherished pet. That you have like that connection. So there's something about you could have a familiar who's actually guiding you through this process, or having me go this way. So let me start with the end card. Five of Pentacles talks about being out in the cold, being left out. These aren't the circumstances that I've desired for myself, but here we are, here it is. And it's about seeking reprieve. And how you do this is by coming back into your own alignment, your own center, understanding, valuing yourself, valuing your worth. The coin I'm seeing, at least in this reading today, is like your time, your effort, your attention, your energy, and really nourishing that and not just giving it out right now. Not worrying or over compensating, for if I'm not putting effort and energy onto this person, it might look like I don't care, but I do care. But I'm hearing it's so important to bring your energy back to yourself right now. I hear my kitty at the door, so give me 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. So just make sure that's focused there. So from the Queen of Pentacles, what's interesting is we then have the Knight of Swords. This is really fast motion, fast forward motion towards something that you want, but actually see it comes to you. So it's interesting because it's like the depletion that comes from seeking outside of yourself, looking for answers or something, or how can I fix this, even if it is because you're more concerned about somebody else. And now I'm getting, like, at least with these messages, I still feel there's room for, if this is about somebody who has crossed over and is no longer in the physical, there's this opening of a new way of relating to one another that releases the expectation of, I need you to be in this form, or I need you to be in this form. You know what I mean? Hopefully I'm not sure if I'm doing a good job at explaining that, but so that could be one thing, but it could also be a whole other message where it's like a relationship that has changed or wants to evolve. But again, when it's about you bring your energy back to yourself, and you're aware of your own self and how you are showing up and how you're spending your time, effort, and attention. I'm getting another message coming in too. It's like it gives you back your energy, so you're actually able to see the signs around you that this person has been trying to communicate with you, or you're able to actually, in the case of a relationship, you're able to actually see the guidance, like okay, when I bring my attention back to myself, I'm directing the attention back to myself. And then that's when the newness comes in. It's like, oh wait, there's a new way forward that wants to emerge, and it comes towards you quite quickly. So this could be that, you know, the other person senses your absence or feels your withdrawal of energy and comes back towards you, and it creates a space to make something different. Or it could be too, again, like energies coming in. You now know how to approach a situation differently now because you're in your own energy, you're embodying your own energy more rather than checking in constantly with somebody else. And then the final card is the Four of Swords. So I'm hearing it's like laying the old to rest, allowing the old to be put to rest, meaning like we don't have to keep trying to restore or have what once was, because there's a reason that it ended. There's a reason that it's no more. When we do that, again, we allow for something new to transform and to come out of the current circumstances in the now, the current situation in the now. So it's this beautiful, like closing the old chapter so that way something new can emerge. I always love the colorful stained glass in the top here, because it really gives a sense of renewal, of hope, of like, yeah, this is, you know, I'm okay with closing the chapter and letting go. You know, I really appreciate it, and it was so nice when it was here, but now it's time to let something new grow and new to emerge, as you know, out of this. So the main message here is to bring your energy and attention back onto yourself, onto the focus of yourself. Sometimes we think it's like we need to put our effort and energy onto something else to get that thing, but at least not in this case. It's important to bring the energy and attention back onto yourself. And I'm being guided to leave it just like that right there. So I do hope that was helpful. I hope that the reading made sense, and yeah, it felt a little difficult to communicate that from my end. Hopefully I was able to do that and to give the message justice. So yes, I'm hoping everyone is doing well, and please stay well until next time. Do take care. I'll see you. Bye.